I was in Thailand with some of my Marine buddies. We were out drinking for R&R. We had like a week off, and they had this like pier pretty much with a dock on it, long pier, and it had like these little bars set up. Like every 12 feet there was like a bar, and it was a square bar, and inside the bar were like, I don't know, 10 or 15 Thai ladies, so Thai girls. And some of them were girls. some of them weren't. And then like there'd be bar stools all the way around it, and then the Connect Four sitting in front of every bar stool. So people would like play Connect Four or there was some other fucking Thai game that there was there. But they're serving these Thai beers that are like, I don't know, like 15% alcohol.
Oh, jeez. Like a wine almost.
Yeah, it's strong. It was like 12, it was like an IPA. So you're drinking like an IPA pretty much. And we were like 5 in, and in the middle of this pier is a fucking boxing ring, Muay Thai ring. And so you got all these bars pretty much down the pier, and then in the middle of the pier is this boxing ring. And all day long, there's just Thai fighters out there kicking the shit out of each other for money. People are gambling and shit like that.
And, just like walk up, like, yeah, I want to fight. You, me, this guy.
Not at this point. At this point, it was just Thai people fighting, right?
I got you. But that's how they would just walk up.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly what happened. Because one of my buddies thought it'd be a good fucking idea to go give him $20 to let me fight. And I was like, oh, cool.
That's a good friend.
So he comes up to me and he's like, hey, dude. Like I hear him call my name over the fucking speaker, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Yo, dude, we just paid $20 for you to go fight one of the Muay Thai guys." And
so
I was like,
by that point, did they kind of know like he can kind of fight?
Well,
or
yeah,
was it just
because we'd been grappling and stuff out in I hadn't been to a gym yet, but we had a lot of downtime, so we were sitting out in the bleachers and we were doing a lot of jiu-jitsu and a lot of grappling and choking people out and shit, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know what I mean? So I was like, I was going against like the bigger guys. Like we had this kid named Donovan. No, that's why I make fun of it because his last name was McNabb. I can't remember what his first name was, but I called him Donovan, because it was during the Eagles and shit because he was huge, dude. And I was, I was the only one that could beat this guy, right? Like out of the whole platoon and stuff. So, and he beat everyone else. So then that made me like the king, right?
Top dog.
Yeah, I was the top dog. So they were like, oh, dude, he's crazy. He likes this shit. Like, let him go fight. So, anyways, I fought this guy who was probably like 5'8". He probably weighed like 165 pounds. I weighed like 235, 240. And he punched the shit out of me, dude. They take me in the back. They're like, what rule set do you want to do? I was like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. He's like he's like punching, knees, kicks, or elbows. And I was like, well, I definitely don't want to get kicked because I've seen you guys kicking the shit out of each other. And I really don't want to get hit with an elbow. So I was like, I'll do hands and knees. And I said, this time I still have no idea who I'm going against. Like, I mean, I didn't know it was going to be like this really small guy. Maybe I would have chose elbows. Is
your adrenaline starting to crank up right now?
Absolutely. They got me in Thai shorts now. I've got my fucking Thai headband on.
They gave you shorts?
Oh yeah, dude. I got changed everything.
This is crazy.
I do my walkout and I get out there and like I said, this guy shows up. He hit me like 10 times to my one punch. You know what I mean? Like he was just nonstop in my face, not giving me any room to breathe. And I would hit him with a right hand and he'd either step back like 5 or 6 feet or he'd fall down. You know what I mean? Like I'd knock him down. So I think he was playing it up though. You know what I mean? Like this guy's been here before. He's fought people he's never fought before.
Showman.
Yeah. He's showing it up, right? So I'm like, I'm getting fucking tired. You know what I mean? Like I haven't done this before. So I'm getting tired. The adrenaline dump's starting to happen. You know what I mean? Like I'm starting to get that lactic acid build up. At the end of the second round, I literally at one point in time, I started to quit. You know what I mean? I just walked. I put my hands down and I started to walk, not towards my corner, but just kind of up in the ring. I was just like, you know what? Maybe he'll stop hitting me, I guess. Yeah. Well, he didn't. He came up and hit me with 3 left hooks, and fucking, I felt my nose start to bleed and my eyes start to swell up right away. And I was like, God damn it! And I turned around and I hit him, and he dropped, and the bell rang, and I went to the corner and I was like, dude, I'm exhausted. My buddies are losing their minds. They're all fucking being yes men. You know, they're like, oh, it's the best thing ever. This is the greatest thing. This is the coolest thing. And I'm like, this is not cool.
It's great for them on the side.
Yeah, this is not cool, guys. Like I'm telling you, if I hit the fucking ground, throw the towel in because I'm done. you know, if I can't get my 240-pound ass off the floor, I'm telling you right now, just leaving me alone. And he's like, you know, my buddy's like, nah, you know, we die. We're Marines. We'll die. And I was like, easy for you to say you're over here.
Good,
fucking sitting like, yeah. So, I don't even know what happened, dude. Like I remember the bell rang. He comes running at me, and I just out of reaction, because I just threw a knee and I hit him right in the sternum with it, dude. And this dude backed up, and I could just see that like the deer headlights like look like, oh shit, you know, that fucking hurt. And I was like, oh, well, now I know what I need to do, you know. So every time he come close to me, I was just like jab, right knee. And
you probably ever thrown knees?
Never
before?
done it before. Never thrown knees before. Just learning how to do this shit, right? And I was just like, I don't know, just fucking, and I just hit him. And I was like, well, I mean, I guess we did knees, and like we learned how to throw a knee in the mixed martial arts program, but I never like thrown them at somebody. You know what I mean? And so I just jabbed and threw knees. I threw a jab and I throw a knee. And so every time he come close, I'd shoot the jab out, and if he got through the jab, then I would just shoot a knee right up the middle. And he'd back up, and I did that for 2 minutes, and I fucking survived. And they raised my hand, and I didn't feel like a winner. I was like, I don't feel like a winner right now. My nose is bleeding. He's not bleeding. He's smaller. He wasn't bleeding. And I was like, this is, everyone's fucking screaming. And then of course I get out of the ring, and my lieutenant and staff sergeant just happened to be standing right there, and they're like, Davis, but screamed it, and I'm like, fuck. I'm standing, I walk over there, and I get an attention, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, I fucking know we spent 4 hours in a fucking room with PowerPoints talking about how you wouldn't do this dumb shit in Thailand. And I was like, yeah, Staff Sergeant, I remember. I took notes. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. I was like, I did take notes actually. And I was like, yeah, fucking, we did do that. But I've had 6 beers, so my thought process wasn't really there. And, they were like, they chewed my ass for a second, and then they're like, all right, go get fucking dressed, and you guys need to get the fuck out of here pretty much. And so I go to turn around, and they were like, all right, go, you're dismissed. And I turn around, and I hear my lieutenant go, Davis. And I turn around, and he's like, that was fucking badass though. And I was like, all right. Yeah. Not getting in JP today, boys. Not getting in JP.